Welcome back to NJMonthly.com. I'm Associate Editor Jessica Kitchen.
And I'm Eric Levin, Senior Editor.
And we've got a few picks for you this week. The first one is this production, Almost Maine. It's a 4-person cast. It actually launched off-Broadway, and its first stop after that was at the Bickford Theater in Morristown back in the winter. Now it's at William Patterson University, starting on Tuesday and running through Sunday. Tickets are $12 each or $8 for students and senior citizens. I can't rave enough about this show. It's great for you, those of you who are trying to put together a romantic date or something. It reminds me a lot of the movie Love Actually. It's a lot of short stories. They all have to do with love. Some are happy, some are sad. They're loosely connected. They're based in Maine, which is a little different from the movie, but it just reminds me a lot of that, the same kind of vibe when you come out of it. It's great. You can go to wpunj.edu for more information about that. Also, starting on Tuesday, New York's art scene holds its Open Doors event, which means the galleries are opening up with new exhibits. The artists are allowing you to come in and see them do their work. It's just a very cool vibe. There's actually a reception on Thursday, too. So for the full lowdown, you can go to newarkarts.org, and I'll turn it over to Eric for some more picks and dining.
Picks, as in Creedence Clearwater Revisited. They are going to be at the House of Blues in Atlantic City this weekend. That is Friday, 9 p.m. Tickets, $40 and $55. Go to HOB.com. And Creedence Clearwater Revisited is a cover band that was started in the mid-1990s by Stu Cook and Doug Clifford to cover the great songs of the original Creedence Clearwater Revival, John Fogerty's band. But they sure can play those songs. And then Sally Struthers will be starring in Nonsense at the Mayo Center for the Performing Arts in Morristown. And you can get all those details at mayoarts.org. Which brings us to dining, and we're going to just jump right to dessert because Chef Craig Shelton, who, if you guys are followers of the webpage here all around us, you'll know that Craig writes the Breaking Eggs blog for us. And he has, since, as you know, probably, the Ryland Inn is no more and will never be again, most likely. Craig has several new things that he's doing, and one of them is starting a company that makes his own coffees that he designs, biscotti that he designs, and he's teamed up with one of New Jersey's best chocolatiers, if I'm saying that correctly, Diane Pinder, who has a shop in Cranford called Diane and Company, or Donna and Company, because she makes Tuscan chocolates, Donna Toscana. Anyway, let me get to the point. These are amazing chocolates that Donna and Craig have designed. I've tasted them all myself, and there's a story about them in the October issue. And what they've tried to do is create what they call a line of culinary chocolates, meaning that each chocolate is not just a piece of candy, but it's, as they conceive it, it's like a whole dessert in 2 bites. And they're very elaborate, and I was impressed not just with the flavors and textures, the combinations. It's really the complexity of it. One bite, sometimes it was just I couldn't even go in for a second bite because the first bite it took a while to absorb. But let me just give you one example. This was probably my favorite one. Is to give you an example of how these things are constructed. This one is called the New England Autumn. And they start with making Indian pudding with cornmeal, molasses and butter, and Chinese 5-spice powder. And that little bit of pudding is put inside of chocolate. It's topped with Vermont maple syrup and an apple jelly. And it is coated with a semi-sweet chocolate garnished with handmade walnut praline. Well, that's a mouthful to say, let alone to eat. And it's really, there's a lot going on in every bite, folks. Anyway, the thing to do if you're interested in these really exquisite chocolates, which ain't cheap, a box of 30 is a box of, I wish, it was a box of 6 for $30 because they have 6 different ones that they've created, so you get one of each. and they're designed to be like wine tastings. You know, they're designed to be eaten in a certain order. You start with kind of, if you play golf, you know how like a first hole at golf is kind of just welcome to the golf course. The 18th hole really tests you. It's kind of like that, except in 6 chocolates.
A little more enjoyable for me.
Yeah, we'll have to find a sailing analogy for you. You know, it's like the first lap around the course before the waves pick up and the wind and everything. She's a sailor. Okay, go to shopdonna.com or chefscoffee.com. You can learn all about it, and we have to go. Bye.
Have a good one.